Welcome into the channel. Intraday trading, NASDAQ. We're just going to do a midday review, although we're a little bit further than the midday review. I think we've got about an hour in the futures market for intraday trading. Markets don't close up until Friday, 5 o'clock East, but for the purpose of this exercise, and something that we've been doing, or that at least I've been doing, relatively consistently over the last, gosh, I want to say 3 or 4 weeks, I think it is just it's a challenge. Intraday trading, using intraday rates, keeping costs low, keeping around turns inexpensive, and trading the intraday chart. Can we make some money trading just strictly the intradays in the futures market for the NASDAQ? So primarily trading MNQ here. So let's just jump into the chart and take a look at where we could have went right today, where we could have went wrong. So we're checking out the morning impressions. We were looking at that target area for a bid, 5-day moving average. So this is our 5-day moving average in the brown here. The red, the blue, and the green are anchored volume weighted average prices for this run. So this looked like a really good area to be a buyer. Just given the nature of the chart and based on the last couple of sessions, so we had the volume weighted average price from the last pivot and the 5-day moving average. Two really good sessions, two really good hits, and then also in the last session, up above the averages, 5-day moving average, anchored volume and average price from the pivot, also looks like a really good area to be a buyer. So buyers are in control of this chart right now, absolutely in control of the chart. I said that I didn't want to be a buyer up near the 2.25 deviation from the control price in the 2-hour, that this was a really tough area, but buyers are in control of the chart, continue to push the price action higher. The deviation on Larry Williams's professional or ProGo professional, it's a professional buying indicator, is one that I use quite regularly on the 2 hours. So this has been my bread and butter for my 2-hour chart. If you're an intraday trader, it seems to be really helpful. So we are getting, this to me looks like a very minor divergence happening. It might not look like much on the chart, but as price action pushes a little bit higher, this has a tendency to help us out with deviations with price action here. So tough to be a buyer up here over that 2.25, but this is really I think indicating to us that the strength of this trend is pretty darn strong. It's pretty darn strong right now. So 2.25 deviations from the control price. Here's the 1.25 deviation. This is a little bit of volatility theory too. So just kind of a standard volatility theory. Nothing like the impressive work that they do over on Shark Charts, but it's something I picked up from them in terms of deviations from a regression channel. So you can use standard deviations on your regression channel. I use 1.25, 2.25, and 3.25. That is a hallmark of my charts. I always use them. It helps me structure the chart to see where we are in relativeness to control price. So I also use the volume weighted average prices. It's a Brian Shannon thing. I follow his work. 5 DMA on the 10-minute chart is also a Brian Shannon thing. So if you hear me using terminology like that, a lot of it is not my own. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants who have patented some things. His anchored volume weighted average price is also the other thing that I use too, so I follow that quite handsomely. Laurencio Demir is another with channels, and it's a great book on price action. So I couple those three things together. Obviously a student of Larry Williams as well, and we get into a lot of commercial interest, you know, monitoring what the big players are doing in the futures market too. Does it relate to the index markets, the man-made markets? Probably not nearly as much as the natural markets, but those are three studies or three authors that I follow quite handsomely. So, um, looking at Larry's professional buying indicator here, boy, I mean we're looking strong, but we're looking at this deviation right now. So I thought it might be, you know, kind of a profit-taking kind of Friday, but it hasn't really been so far. Um, you know, on the 10-minute chart, we did see a little bit of a profit-taking up in this area towards the high, but uh, as Brian Shannon says, innocent until proven guilty. We're still rocking and rolling above the averages, and buyers are in control of this chart. So regardless of what happens in the last hour of trading here, buyers own this chart, and that's the way it is. And so let's see if I can bring up my other chart, which also has. This is the 10-minute chart. I like to use these for short legs or minor uptrends or minor channels and things like that. And as I had spoken about before, price action looks really strong over control price. So we got up over that, and buyers have just continued to push price action up higher and higher on the day. So we had taken a bid down here. We did take some profits up here, and I did not get back into the trade. One of the things that I've been working on lately is taking the money and just holding on to it. So, especially as an intraday trader. So, uh, for purposes of these videos, just doing intraday trading. So swing trading is kind of a different thing, and it's probably in a different channel in our Discord. So if you want to join us and talk charts, and if you're a student, Larry Williams, particularly, we do a lot of commercial interest talk there. In the link in the description, you can join us. Boy, look at that 18 DMA. We're well above this 18 DMA, and price is just really rocking and rolling right now. Makes me wonder when we're gonna see some profit taking or some price correction. 12-hour chart looks like this is breaking out of the 2.25 and the 325, and boy, this market looks like we're into a whole new ball game, at least for the present time being. So still strong within this minor uptrend channel is what it is on the day. Hopefully you made some money on the intraday trade. Hopefully you got in on that 5 DMA, and you had a good day. So looking forward to next week of trading. Thanks for tuning in. Join us on Discord if you'd like.